What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
It's been a while. Virtual punches, no longer punching each other in person, but that was such a fun trip. I'm back. I'm back in the videos. Guys, my travel was crazy. I had to wait 3 hours to get my luggage. Confirmed there's a bubble protecting against the juju over Toronto Airport. Cannot use the juju to get your luggage on time, and both my luggages were broken. It's a disaster, but we're back here, finally able to film a video. So guys, if you're new here, do not forget, whoop, that's your screen.
Oh, all right,
become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below, get the bell notification so you know whenever we post. We post every single day, but you won't know what time, and you won't win the first battle if you don't have the bell notification on. So turn that on. Also, become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button down below. You get a nice badge next to your name, access to the spreadsheets that help with every single drop, help you sweep the floor, all kinds of stuff, everything VV on our spreadsheets. Also post all our buys and sells. We'll advertise for you, naming stars in the universe, first dibs on merch. Guys, the list is endless. Thank you to all the current VIPs. You guys are amazing. You keep us going. And it was so nice to meet a bunch of you guys. I mean, it was really, really humbling experience. I haven't spoken on it yet, but honestly, really, really, really cool. Just to have those conversations with like-minded people like you guys, and to learn your stories, amazing, and putting faces to the names, even better. So we're going to get more into that as we go here, but we also have the McFarland partnership still going on. McFarlandToys.digital. Go link your wallet, your ETH wallet, or your Polygon wallet to your email, and then using that email, sign up for McFarlandToysStore.com, order $100 or $300, and you get whatever you see there. If you use our codes, you don't have to put superstar. You also get the same code. And that's it for that.
Yeah, so I'm glad to have you back. I had a couple videos spotlighting the community, and I've been waiting for this video. I've been waiting for you to come back. I can't wait to share the news with the fam on what we learned from Decon.
Yeah, Rob has been itching at the bit to get going on this topic, because we figured, I don't know if everybody figured this out yet or what, but it was something that was really, really intriguing to us, and we're happy to have the conversations that we did. I mean, we spoke with all of you, but speaking to some of these people that we're going to talk about here, I think was really, really eye-opening, at least for me, and I think that it was a great time. So definitely had a great time at Decon. We'll talk about more, like I said, but just crazy, crazy stuff happening. So let's pull up the VV Twitter. Today there was a drop. We had the Thor, I guess, Hercules. It's Journey into Mystery 1. Or this is on. Yeah, this was on yesterday. Sorry.
That was that already happened. That happened.
I don't know if you talked to
22nd, I think. No,
I didn't go for it. I didn't land anything, and I haven't bought it in the secondary. I don't know how you've done.
No, I didn't go for it, but that's a pretty good. I think it was a B rank comic. Was that the first one of Hercules or no?
Yeah, I think it's FA Hercules.
Yeah, they're trying to set up Hercules because he was at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder. Just one of those like after credit scenes, kind of like. I personally, I don't consider that a spoiler, but because there's no storyline to be spoiled. But he was sneak peek, so he's obviously coming into the MCU.
I had no clue that he was even in Marvel. I thought he was just Disney guy. But here you learn more.
Yeah.
We got another one of one. For once, it is not a Marvel. It looks like the London Police Robot King is the next one of one, starting on Monday. So that's pretty cool to see something a little bit different.
Yep.
And big news dropped today. For Saturday, we're getting 3 digital collectibles from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So you got Obi-Wan. A lot of people saying it looks like Chuck Norris B1. But I don't know what do you think about this, Rob?
I think the quality of it isn't amazing, but it's still a great collectible. I love that he has the Luke Skywalker lightsaber, but of course it's Obi's lightsaber. But remember they were talking a little bit about you have to have a lightsaber to combine it with the Veveverse. That makes sense now, where maybe this one here has a lightsaber, but maybe the other guys in this drop won't have a lightsaber. So you have to have a lightsaber to attach it to one of these guys in the Veveverse. Just a thought. My
question is, what if he doesn't have a lightsaber?
Now, that's another good point. This is just
showing you the combined version. And then this is like the beginning of, if you own it, you get it this pose. If not, it just looks like weird, like him holding his hands like this.
It could be that. I don't know if they're ready for that yet. It may be. It's not bad speculation. I just don't know if Vivi's ready to start doing that yet within the app.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. But it would be cool if you didn't come with it and they just showed it like this as like, go get a lightsaber so you can do this. But we'll see what happens. Jumping over to our Twitter, here's some more fun photos from our Decon experience. Shout out Hinanu, really great meeting you. Here's his daughter, and you got Rob, myself, my collectibles, and VV Vibes all chilling. This is at the first after party. This is on Friday, right?
Yep. I don't remember where we were. I guess it was the first one. I think that painting looks a little bit familiar.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the first after party because I remember what I was wearing. I had a nice fanny pack going. Yeah, it was amazing. And honestly, just talking to everybody, you see them all online. You talk to them in the comments. We have Twitter DMs, all this, but in person, you can't beat that. You could talk and learn a little bit about each other. So really, really fun. You can see how such a good time we were having, right?
Yeah, it was a great time.
Oh, we also got like all the fam. I don't know if you mentioned this, but we got the entire fam to sign our shirts. Like we went there and people are like, "Oh, you're going to be signing autographs." We're like, "Nah, we're going to be getting autographs." Because to us, honestly, people are asking us, "Oh, how much time did you spend with the team? How much time did you do talking to the artists?" Literally, like very, very, very minimal. 99% of the time that we spent was talking to other creators and also the VV fam, because that's the whole reason I went. I wanted to meet you guys. You guys support us on the daily, and anyone who was there, we made sure that we spent as much time possible talking to you guys. If you came up to us, I mean, you guys all came a long way as well. I mean, with this example here from Hawaii, like 6-hour flight.
And I'm disappointed. We had some fam, Steve Bass. We met him very briefly on the Friday. He was supposed to come back Sunday. He couldn't make it, so we're sad that we couldn't hang out with him a little bit more. But we did the best we can to try to spend as much time as possible with the fam, and we had a great time with you guys. Again, when we came on this trip, our intention has always been, we wanted to meet the VV team, but we really wanted to meet the superstar fam more than anything. And you guys showed us a lot of love, so we appreciate you.
Yeah, great times. So this is an example of something that was at the video. I saw, shout out to Palace, Zach. He posted this, but you see David Yu kind of showing the AR demo over here on his iPad. I thought it might be interesting for you guys to see. So it looks like he has some kind of showroom or something. And you can just kind of place it somewhere in the room and you can decorate it. I don't know. I guess so that's kind of Veveverse related, right?
Yeah, a little bit. We're heading towards there. AR Veveverse. We're heading towards there.
I had a call to action today. Can somebody make me a VV logo, white lettering, black outline? I have some plans in my head, but I got answered by like 57 bots. Came in like, "Oh, you guys, can I do your logo? I'll charge you this much excess." I just wanted the VV fam, somebody to help me change the blue to white on one of the logos, and ended up getting a wave of VV fam coming through, and I think we end up getting 3 submissions. So I have different line thicknesses that I can play around with. But thank you guys, whoever helped out with that. And DC Comics had a drop today. Again, absolute disaster. I mean, this is becoming ridiculous. We've had a couple.
By the way, it's Hundoff. I just looked it up. Hundoff.
I had Zap, and I had another one. Nice. But shout out to you guys. Bob Seals hooked us up with somebody too. Really, really cool that you guys came to help out for that. But DC Comics, we're not talking about scans anymore. We're past that. It is what it is. But
they like scans.
But these drops have been bad. And now I feel for the fans of the Palm Project. I mean, I tried to go for it. I went in too late. I got like 90,000 in line, and I'm not complaining because I shouldn't get it at 90,000. But there's people who got into the line or got a queue number of sub 4,000. And there's only 4,000 available for the public sale. Realistically, if you're a sub 4,000, you should be getting one of these automatic. Like once you get to the bottom, once the queue goes through, you should have buy now and that's it. But they were getting in and it was saying sold out, and they're saying some people who got in earlier were able to log into multiple accounts and buy. But it sounds like you had to kind of like spam the refresh button or spam the buy button.
I heard that like an hour later.
Until it would show up. So some people who waited an hour because the people who got in early didn't realize you had to do this. The people who waited an hour would end up getting it at the end. I think that's a load of crap. Like you make people an hour in the queue, and then you give them a number telling them that they're in the 4,000 and they can't get it unless they do some kind of tic-tac-toe puzzle and solve like the quadratic equation of something. Like, guys, you got to make it simple. How are you going to onboard people?
Yeah. I mean, actually, if it was solving the quadratic equation, that would be simple. I think this is more confusing because at least the quadratic equation, we understand it. We know math. We figure it out. But when you just go in blind and nothing works properly, like who knows that you have to refresh like for like an hour? Like who actually has the time to sit at their computer and refresh for an hour?
Well, think about if you're from a different country and you're doing this at 3 a.m. or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you got to take into account. I understand stopping the bots, but what about stopping your users? Like you've put off So many people. I seen all the back cow people on Twitter snapping, and all their like they got the skulls in their names and stuff. And it's not the Veve fam this time poking fun or anything like that. It's honestly, you know what? We try to go for the drops because we love the idea of the NFT comic having both DC and Marvel. But guys, we as a space need to start to simplify things. Like the whole thing that drew a lot of people to Veve was you can buy things with credit card, and now you can do that with Palm. But when you're making drop experience so disheartening for people, you're going to drive them away. Then, and the whole goal is to start bringing people into the space from all over the place, and then get people excited. But they can't get excited when you change the drop system 3 times, and all 3 times it fails, doesn't work how it's supposed to be. I get, like someone said it perfectly today, I get growing pains, but come on. So
I mean, there's growing pains everywhere. Veve can't get an airdrop right. Palm can't get a drop right. Drop Shop can't get anything right. Like you have all these different NFT projects that are just like, this is the best we have to offer right now. But to be fair, I mean, Veve's handling pretty well considering. You know, when you start comparing them to these other projects, they're not doing too bad. I don't understand why. Maybe they're scared of getting botted, but the queue system, okay, and maybe this is the reason why, should be randomized. So the people that come in, it's supposed to be, I think. So the people who come in 15 minutes before, everyone gets in a queue. It doesn't matter what your queue number is. You're in a queue. You don't even give them a number. It doesn't matter. And then upon the time period, randomly, whoever's in, not who's there first, randomly selected to walk in and buy the product. Of course, bots might attack the website. There might be lots of bots. Maybe you got to do, once they get in, a few things like a quadratic equation. But the point is that they actually are randomly selected rather than just confusing. You get in, you refresh the page for an hour. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. They got to fix it. It's supposed
to be like that. But what they did was you didn't have to log in to get a queue. So you got your queue, people at the front of the line. Once the timer went down, they log in and they buy it, and then they log out and they log into a different one and they could buy it or something like that was happening.
Is that what happened?
But also, it was glitching where you couldn't hit the buy button. So if you glitched and couldn't hit the buy button, people down the line would now get in, and then they would hit the buy button because it seemed like you didn't want to buy it. But whose fault is that? You know what I mean? So you're just scaring away the diehard people, and that's the worst thing. We talk about it when we talk about airdrops when Veve screwed over some of the diehards. And now you're talking about it with another platform. And we just want to see this stuff cleaned up. So Jim Lee, we know you watch every video. Come on the channel. Explain to us how you guys are looking at this, how you guys are deciding to fix it. Well, you guys have obviously made changes because you realize that other things aren't working. What's the plan going forward here? How are you going to make it so that people have a better experience? Next time, I'd love to hear it. Please tweet us.
I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they're working on it still.
Veve Life. You got the Superstar Juju. Got the Secret Rare yesterday. And today he got the DC comic. So
let's go.
You had to have Super Juju to hit this.
Well, we know he just recently started a YouTube channel. He's been saying Superstar fam. He's been talking a lot about Juju, and of course, the more you talk about Juju, the more it comes to you.
There you go. This was pretty big news. So Bob Iger is now back in the saddle at Disney.
It is big news, big time.
And shout out Comics and Crypto for finding this tweet, and we just retweeted it. But when you think about all the copy marks, trademarks, characters Disney has, and the NFT possibility, they're extraordinary, and that is from Bob Iger himself. So that sounds like bullish news for this space.
Well, I think Disney's already on the track on that digital side. I mean, I think people are making a bigger deal of Bob Iger coming back on the NFT side than they really should. Disney is already going in that direction, and he's going to just help. He will not change it. But I think he's an amazing CEO. I have a lot of respect for him. I'll never forget when I invested in Disney back in 2017 because he was the one leading Disney Plus that was rumored to come out in 2019. So like I that brings me way back. That's like 5 years now. So it brings me way back to back then when I first learned about him and Disney with their forward thinking, right? Understanding they have all this amazing IP. Let's copy the Netflix model, get it as our own, pull away from Netflix and start making money that way. And it's been a huge success. I think they'll be the same. I think they're thinking the same way right now with almost Veve. Veve has a long shelf life, I think, until Disney finally does do that. But I think it's the same kind of concept, partner with a company, proof of concept, let the technology develop. When it's finally mature, copy it, do their own. So that's my thoughts.
So it sounds like when he was away from the company, he served on a Metaverse company board of directors. I'd love to do a little bit more digging on that and see if we can find out more about his time wherever he went. So maybe it's something we could do eventually. We talked about this drop. I wanted to know if any of you guys have any experience with the artifact drop. I'm really interested in those first ever Nike digital collectibles. Wondering if any of you guys have any of that. So if you guys see this tweet and you've done something like that, let me know. here's another tweet. This is from Vibes Man #1. Great meeting you as well at Decon. I believe he's from the UK. So he's got a picture with you from Sunday.
Yes, Sunday. That was Sunday, correct? Yeah, we I did a video for him too. He mic'd me up. He had like the professional mic, professional camera.
Oh, nice.
He asked me a question. I just went off. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Please add us when you are completed your editing. This is an example of a DC drop, by the way. This is how you click the buy button. I was dying when I saw this. So shout out Kia for replying us with this. Everyone smashing refresh buy comic when they got in. It's basically Street Fighter. Basically gamification.
Basically us every start of video.
No, that too. I didn't even realize that. This is the intro. There you go.
You got some foot action though.
I'm gonna start kicking you like this through the. But that's amazing.
Some chops.
Shout out to Ed again. I don't know if you guys saw this picture, but Johnny Dunn had some long hair.
Ed has jokes, eh?
Ed has jokes. This?
No, actually, I didn't see this.
Look how long his hair is. He got Tap smelling it, making a mustache. So I said, I sang the song to him, like, baby, let your hair down. Yeah. Right? And then
karaoke.
Ed comes through and throws up the Thor. So I think it fits pretty perfect.
Zeus's bolt. This comes in handy.
Here you go.
The VV logo right there.
Dove helping us out. And so that's that. So, Rob, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Guys, at Decon, I don't know how many of you guys realized it, but there was a lot more important people there than just the team itself. I mean, we had the whole Veveverse demo, but we also found out a lot of information about exactly where the Veveverse comes from, how it's been put together, and it was right in front of your eyes. So if you were at the booth, I hope you guys took some time to walk over to the couches. I know for sure on Saturday they were there. I think a little bit on Sunday maybe, but on Saturday, Rob and I wandered over to the couches at the booth, and we had the pleasure of speaking to a couple people, Anthony and Lauren. Shout out to them for giving us some of their time. But they represent a company called Cavernous. Yeah. And Rob, why don't you tell people a little bit about the company?
First of all, Anthony Duca, you saw his name at the end of the Veveverse demo. He came on, okay? So, and then we also met him. We talked to him a little bit. And he didn't tell us. We had to go to LinkedIn, by the way. We went to LinkedIn. We searched up his name. And sure enough, we found him. Cavernous, okay? He's an entrepreneur, inventor, laying the foundation for the metaverse, empowering creators to easily build their own destination in the metaverse. So if you come over if you come over here to their website, okay, what you find is Cavernous, which is the Veveverse. Okay, they are the ones providing the Veveverse. They have some big players that they've partnered with. So you see names here. Obviously, you got Veve on the left, which we know from the demo that he gave, Cavernous is basically the sub of Veve. Like this whole time, I thought Veve was just building their own, but they're not. They have Cavernous, which is connecting them into the metaverse, and they're going to be kind of like the mediator, a visualizer of all of our NFTs. Veve obviously has to set up their NFTs to be compatible, but using all their scripts, whatever, they're going to go into this Cavernous system, which is basically like a metaverse connector. You got to learn a little bit more about it. But look at the names you got here. Obviously, you got Unity, NVIDIA, Meta. You got Meta right here, Lenovo, okay, Ready Player Me. And then you got a whole bunch of them that honestly, I don't even know what they are, but I'm pretty sure you do some digging, you're going to find that these are established companies that Veve, you see their name right here. So that means Meta, obviously, and Cavernous got something going on. And you got Veve here too. And you got NVIDIA and you got Unity. I mean, it doesn't show Unreal because the Unreal Engine's here. It doesn't show it. I don't know who maybe their umbrella company is, but Cavernous is completely set up. Unity, Unreal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They have YouTube videos showing that it doesn't matter. You can have the same dude in both engines, and it literally works. They just find a way to make that work. And then if you come here,
Unreal is Epic. Epic is Unreal.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah. I figured it was an umbrella company that I didn't recognize. And then take a look at this Cavernous platform, right? And you come down here, built to connect, designed to empower enterprises, brands, and creators. It offers a robust and versatile tool set to fuel any metaverse vision. And it's the building blocks of your metaverse. It's almost like the operating system of your metaverse. Yeah. Built-in voice, video streaming, and screen sharing, seamless co-presence, which means you could be two people in the same area, multi-user, and powerful persistence. It's dynamic. It's live. It's alive. It happens instantaneously. Cavernous creation toolkit, hollow scripting, easily develop and deliver cross-device, cross-platform interactive experiences with Cavernous hollow scripting properties, dynamically make real-time changes, create living metaverse experiences on every level, object, environment, particles. Look at the stars, Joe. Look at the stars. Instantly add life to any scene with any of Cavernous default custom particles or add your own, and then journal, efficiently load metaverse experiences and join spaces at faster than ever speeds with Cavernous Journal. Guys, we're talking about the Veveverse. What's right here? It's right here. Go on Cavernous and you can do research. I mean, even us haven't had an opportunity to really dig in and fully comprehend and understand Cavernous. But this is the Veveverse right here. You're looking at it. You're looking at it. So the technology's here. It exists. They have demos. They show all sorts of demos. It's just now connecting that VV platform to this. And we are really excited about this. We're really excited to learn more about this. And also one more thing, highly secure. They are saying it's a security first metaverse. So they are focusing on that. Cavernous doesn't even get the data from VV. It's all encrypted. VV has the information. Cavernous brings it in.
Yeah, and I think the one cool thing when you go back to that request the demo page there, where you showed all the brands, I think that this is the icing on the cake. Like everybody thought, like, how is it going to work? How's Meta going to make a metaverse? How's Veve going to have their Veveverse? How's Amazon? I guess you got AWS there. How are these companies all going to make this different metaverses and connect it together? Like you got the internet, you got websites that you can go to. It looks like Cavernous is kind of acting like that middleman here. Which I think is great because then they kind of can get ideas from all different sides and develop them into certain metaverses, and then I guess pull them or suggest them to other clients because these are all their clients. I mean, it's good news that everybody's kind of working with the same people. It seems like it's kind of the central hub of metaverses, and I think that's only bullish for the space because it's not, instead of competition, it's almost like teamwork, and then you let your own metaverse speak for itself. So like when it comes time and we have the superstar metaverse and we're competing with Veveverse and we're competing with Meta and all these verses, I mean, I think it comes down to community for sure, but it's going to come down to I guess IP, which Veve is obviously king of IP, and whatever else these guys are able to come up with. So I think this is a hidden gem. I hope that some of you guys had time at Decon to speak to these guys, Anthony and Lauren, who were very, very generous with their time and willing to talk about anything Veveverse related. We tried to dig in and get in their ears as well and ask a few questions. Like the first question I asked is, I said, how do you expect to compete with Apple, for example? Like you can build this whole thing up and Apple can come through and do what you did in 1/5 of the time just because they're Apple and they got the unlimited funds pretty much and unlimited team. And they were very confident that whatever they have built, it's taken 5 years, he said. That's not easy for anybody to replicate. And they're very confident that they will be far ahead of anybody trying to replicate. So that was good news to hear, at least on their end.
I mean, eventually the companies will inevitably catch up, but by then they're going to be already making enough, cash and being embedded. Like Meta's partnered with them. We don't know the extent of the partnership, but if it's anything like Veve, does that mean that Meta's metaverse is actually based on this kind of technology rather than their own in-house? So we always envisioned that the metaverse was being built in-house and closed system, but it kind of is, but at the same time, it's not. They're using this technology, which we don't fully understand yet, in order to link and be interoperable between all the different metaverses, which I thought we were a little bit further along the way, but we're not. We're here right now. Like the technology's here right now. So guys, let us know below your thoughts. Like we would love to know more about what you think about this. Did you know about this Cavernous? Like this has just been here this entire time. We saw Anthony Duca's name. We spoke to him. Now we looked it up. Of course, but for the record, he didn't tell us. We just knew his name. We typed it in Google. We found him on LinkedIn. Sure enough, found his company name, went on and found Veve right here. So there's lots to learn, lots to dig in. I don't know if this is, honestly, I haven't heard anyone talk about this. I personally just haven't heard anybody talk about this. Maybe it's already been brought up in the community and I'm just not aware of it, but this is the first I've heard of it. So now we're putting it out there for all the superstars and the Veve community. to just dig in, and soon we'll have some conversations about it and learn more about it, and always stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it's good. You guys can go now and do some research. I mean, Veveverse has been under wraps, but you go do some detailed research and analysis on what these guys are planning. You might start to get a little bit of an idea, a little bit of an edge, like Rob said, on the rest of everybody here to see what's coming through. We saw a little bit of a demo, which was cool. But if you want to know more about the features or more about what these guys are capable of, if you're techie, you can see the types of specs or whatever that they're able to run. And then you can let us know, because we're not the super techs, super techie guys. But I mean, we love to hear what you guys have to say. So obviously leave some comments.
One more thing, and we'll talk about Apple. We talk about all these companies. We're trending towards, I think, universal code, like the internet and APIs and all that stuff. Again, I'm not techie, but it all runs on basically universal code and packets. I think a metaverse is going towards that. We're so early, and soon there'll be universally accepted scripts and codes to make them all interoperable. But right now, you almost have to have a group of companies partner up, right, in order to keep that consistency between them. So maybe it's related to that. Guys, thank you all so much. Let us know below your thoughts on this entire metaverse situation on Cavernous. What do you think about this? And let us know any further insights that you may have. Let us know below. We learn from you just as much as we hope to provide some information to you from us. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar family, and hit the bell notification button so you get every single video. We're going to hit you with one every single day. You never know what we're going to hit you with, like some alpha right here on the Cavernous. Also, superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get the store beside your name, get access to our spreadsheets, get first dibs on merch, get a star in the universe named after you potentially, free advertisements, guys. Thank you all so much. Take care.
Love you. Bye.